Bonjour class. Okay, so yesterday you guys weren't here, I was, and now you guys are here and I'm not. So c'est la vie. Yesterday your mot du jour was une brosse à dents, which means a toothbrush. Today you guys will be learning what the other class learned yesterday, which you started learning through the videos while I was gone, but we're going to talk about the 24-hour clock and numbers 40 through 59. And then quelle heure est-il, which hopefully we know by now means what time is it. Okay, this is today's mot du jour, une serviette, which means a towel. If you didn't jot it down yet, you can also look at the homework board where it is written. Okay, so with the 24-hour clock, basically it starts off at the same as our normal clock does, in the AM though. So 1 o'clock in the morning is une heure, and then we just count up. Il est une heure, il est deux heures, il est trois heures, il est quatre heures, il est 5 heures, il est 6 heures, il est 7 heures, il est 8 heures, il est 9 heures, il est 10 heures, il est 11 heures, il est 12 heures. Make sure that you're following along. If you need to pause this video, you can, so that you can fill in the top half of your worksheet. Make sure you're spelling your numbers correctly. And then write out, how do you say it is 5 a.m.? Remember that with the 24-hour clock, you don't have to specify du matin, de l'après-midi, du soir, because it's already explained. There's only one option. If it's 1 o'clock, it has to be 1 o'clock in the morning because it's 1 a.m. Okay, moving on to p.m. Once again, if you're not here yet, go ahead and hit pause and then hit play when you're ready. So with p.m., we just keep counting, okay? So afternoon, we don't start over at 1 like we're used to doing. We keep counting to 13. So 13, il est 14 heures, il est 15 heures, il est 16 heures, il est 17 heures, il est 18 heures, il est 19 heures, il est 20 heures, il est 21 heures, il est 22 heures, il est 23 heures, il est 0 heure. So basically, if you're talking to a French person in the afternoon and you're trying to tell them what time it is say it's 3 o'clock, okay? You look there, it's 3 p.m., you look to the side, it says in French it's il est 15 heures. So how do we figure out 15? You just add 3 plus 12, okay? And that gets you your p.m. 24-hour clock time. Make sure that you've written all of these in, and then go ahead and write your answer to it is 5 p.m. Okay, so you're going to look at the 5 o'clock area of the clock. So what number goes alongside with 5? You guys can check your answers at the end. Okay, so moving on. Once again, if you're not here yet, just take a pause, hit the pause button. Otherwise, let's go on. So 20 and 30, we already know. It's 20 and 30. Moving on, though, we have two new numbers, is 40 and 50. If you know how to say 29, you know how to say 49 now. 29 is 29. 40 is the same idea. 49. Same idea for 50. 59. So let's fill in the minutes for our clock. Okay, remember, the big hand, when it hits one, like number 1, that equals 5 minutes, 5. Then we go to 10, so we're just counting up by 5s here. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. And then you don't need to say 0 because you wouldn't say like, il est 1h0. You wouldn't say it's 1 o'clock and 0 minutes. That's unnecessary. Okay, so make sure that you fill those in on the other side of the paper. Then I want you to go ahead and write out your answers for the next, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for the next 6 problems. There is a typo on your paper, I apologize. Where it says 24 o'clock, it should say 0 o'clock. Okay, I made a mistake, I apologize. And then see if you remember from the videos that you watched while I was gone, how do you say noon? How do you say midnight? You'll be able to check your answers at the end. Quelle heure est-il? Let's do some practice. So this is PM, so you're going to look at the bottom half of the first side of that sheet. Quelle heure est-il? Il est 13h20. Quelle heure est-il? So once again, it's PM, so we're going to look at the bottom half of the first side of that page. Il est 21h55. Quelle heure est-il? So now we're in AM, so we're going to move up to the top half of your page. So the little hand's on the 1, the big hand's on the 7. Il est 1h35.